Hey, welcome everyone to the Really Charlie podcast. Today's guest is owner and quote unquote chef person of Destination Soup at 149 Union Street, New Bedford, Mass. How you doing, Devin? What's going on, man?
Very well, very well. Thanks for having me, Charlie. It's a pleasure.
Uh, I,
I'm glad to be included in the large array of people that you've been having coming through, the incredible people in the community. So I'm happy to be a part of it. Thank you.
I couldn't forget the gentleman of downtown. I really couldn't forget you, man. I've definitely been to your place
Yeah,
numerous times. I love it. I love the kind of atmosphere that it portrays. Actually, your restaurant is it's the best thing that was there. There's been numerous businesses that been there,
sure.
but yours is the all-time favorite, and
Thank you.
which is hard, man, because that was a home-like bakery, and you know how cops like their donuts,
Yeah, right.
But let's give the listeners, the viewers, a little bio of yourself. What's going
Yeah,
on.
sure. Yeah, I was born in Salem, Mass. Originally, many moons ago, and I came down originally to go to UMass Dartmouth. My brother preceded me. He went down to UMass Dartmouth, and I followed his footsteps. And then I was never, I was kind of always working in restaurants, and Pizza Hut or whatever that previous senior year, and then got down here and was washing dishes up in Freetown, and then bounced around a little bit. Then I wound up going to Not Your Average Joe's when they first kind of opened, before they were a chain, and really kind of learned some skills there. Stayed there for a while, and then I lived on County Street, right across from Mark's Beverage there on Smith and County. I was there in the mid '90s, and then left in '98. Went on a road trip for like 6 months. Came back and then went to Providence for 6 months, and then went to New York City for 9 years, and then I came back in 2008 with my wife, and the spot where I first opened, which is now where People's Press is, which is where a lot of the old school New Bedford people know as Cheap John's Joke Shop, right?
Yeah.
Right on the corner of Acushnet and Union. I was there for 3.5 years, opened that sort of on a shoestring budget.
Mm-hmm.
And just with some of the savings I had saved up in New York. The business has just sort of expanded and, expanded and hopefully improved. And the menus expanded and my staff's expanded, and then COVID hit. So, we're still here on the other side of that. So, or hopefully, so that's kind of it. I came back here in 2009 with 2008 with my wife, and we now live in the West End. We have 2 beautiful children, and my father, who has come down to the area now, and also her parents have come up here from Philadelphia to help with. They're both retired, and they came up here and sort of help with childcare, and they also live in the West End, kind of by Carter Brooks School.
Yeah.
And so it's just, we all kind of made New Bedford our home, and at this point in my life, although I've bounced around a bit, this is the place I've lived more than any. So I gotta like it,
Yeah. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad your brother led you in this direction.
Yeah.
Because you're just a good person, good business owner.
Thank you.
And a good cook.
Thank you very much.
That's always a plus, right?
Yeah.
Michael Santos says, Devin brought my family a care package when my son passed away. I will never forget that. That's you, man. That's you every day. I've shared a story with a friend of mine today about the time we were at Klasky Common Park with the hot chocolate and everything, and how you're always trying to reach out to the community, and trying to feed them first, which is good. And I remember that experience. I said, because it was cold, and it was more wet. It was like a rain,
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And I think if it was snowing, we definitely would have been in about 3 or 4 inches of it.
Yeah.
So,
But you showed up. You showed up, and you helped me out, and people were excited to see you there. And that was shortly after the mayoral race, and it was just that's Cocoa at the Common is what you're referring to, and I've done that.
yep.
This year past, I didn't do it because of COVID. I wanted to, and I kind of hit up the city, and they were open to it. But by the time, just everything for the last year has been a little bit off. So I never really kind of got my stuff together to do it. But that's a tradition that I try to keep going, and I definitely am gonna, I'm aiming to do it again this December. And little, yeah, things. Things that you referenced. I mean, I just try to, as best I can. I can't be everywhere and I can't do everything, but I try to, use the position of the restaurant and use myself and, to try to reach out and do some stuff in the community and help people out as best I can. So,
Exactly.
And Michael Joe, I mean, he's a great guy. I knew him, through Beth, who works here, and it was the smallest, it's the least I could do, obviously, for that. My heart just went out for him, and I don't know what else I could do, but I could do that. So that's easy for me, So
that's good. But those small things add up, especially for a guy like you and a guy like Michael. Little things matter to us, and they go a long way.
Yeah.
Sarah Tavares says, #1 restaurant in New Bedford, Mass. They have the best soups, sandwiches, and salads. She's so correct, man.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we try not to do anything. Sort of my whole style of cooking and kind of how I approach food is simple but fresh. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel or anything. I'm just trying to bring good ingredients and love. Anyone who knows the restaurant or knows me knows that I put in my time here. I'm very active in the restaurant, and I have a great staff who have been with me for years, many of them. So I just try to keep the quality up, and just try to stay invested and stay hungry, as they say, right?
Yes. Oh, I can vouch for that. You have a great staff there. Whether you're around or you're in the back, you get the same type of personality from everybody. The constant professionals, just trying to give you what you want, and they greet you with a smile. So, hats off to your staff.
That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
Let's see, Damon, the man that says, Devin does more humanitarian efforts in his spare time than some do at their day job. He's
man.
Good guy, gang. Yes, you are a good guy. See,
with all these compliments, my head's gonna just take up the whole, the whole screen. You guys got to take it easy. I can't get too, No, I appreciate that. Honestly, I think there's a lot of people doing a lot more than I am in the city, and my hat goes off to them. I try to do my part, but really, there's a lot of people who are doing, so much more. But what I can do, having a young family and working as much as I do, I try to do what I can. So
exactly.
I can't be everywhere, like I said, but
we, as I say with other guests, we're trying to give you your flowers while you're standing. You deserve all the praise. You deserve everything that the listeners are saying. And I definitely liked one of our first conversations we had was at your place, and that conversation we went, we talked back and forth, and it was politics, but excuse me.
Yeah, we were just talking, we were just riffing back and forth, and pouring the occasional hot chocolate now and then for the crazy people who were out there like we were, but that was cool. It was a cool time. It was
yeah. But I I know it's tough for you down there, downtown. The it's always been tough down there. I worked down there for years,
Yeah.
on the beat and off the beat. I was working at Star Store and Stewart's, and oh, excuse me.
It's all right.
So I was working down at Star Store and Stewart's, and the one thing about downtown is you always had somewhere to go, somewhere to eat,
Yeah.
and but my break was pretty short. I only had 30 minutes. By the time I got from the top floor of Stewart's and get down to the bottom floor, that was already 15 minutes.
Yeah. Right.
So
Right.
the I hope this is the first year that you don't have to experience any kind of infrastructure or construction, to turn your customers to go elsewhere,
Yeah. Yeah. It's been, I'm not going to complain because, people have supported us all along. But yeah, I mean, the Union Street improvement, that took a long time, and obviously COVID and, we opened in December of 2008, which was also the financial crisis. What we're going through now makes that look not so bad, but, and now COVID. So, I mean, it hasn't been an easy, it hasn't been an easy road, but, the good things, they're never easy. Right. So, I mean, I'm thankful we're still here, and I'm thankful we're, by the way it looks right now, we're making it through all this. And, like you said, a lot of downtown's not easy, especially for retail. A ton of retail comes and goes. And I have a list, from when I first started in business in 2008 to now, of every business that I know of that have come and gone in downtown. And I don't do this in, out of malice or anything like that. I do it more as it's twofold. It's one is I lived in New York for a while, and as a lot of people can attest to, only in New York it's hyperspeed. When you go around and you see a building and you say, what was there before that? And you almost can't remember in your with the urban landscape how it kind of changes. It comes and goes. And so now I wrote everything down just to kind of keep track of what was here before, but also as a sort of like a inspirational tool for myself to say, hey, keep going. A lot of you're doing something right, and a lot have come and gone, and you just gotta keep on plugging away. But yeah, I mean, it's alarming. Like if I ever showed you that list, it's like there's I think 90 businesses have come and gone in the last 12 years.
Wow.
Most of them retail, some of them food. But it's it's crazy. It's not easy. Yeah.
No, it isn't easy. One of the things I'm gonna miss is and hopefully someone can maintain it down there is the 50s night. Hey, Joe Jesus, rest in peace.
Yeah.
He's definitely an iconic person. And I definitely would have loved him on this podcast. It's too bad.
Yeah, that would have been great, right?
Yeah. He's I always wanted to do this is dress exactly like Joe Jesus. And have the same thing, the same attire, everything. And then I would put on the back of the sport coat, the suit coat, Charlie Jesus.
Right.
And I was going to see if it could kind of be trendy and everybody would do that, like Devin Jesus, and everybody walk around looking like Joe Jesus. That would be so crazy, and but he definitely deserves a lot of praise, and because that event takes a lot. It takes just to get all those cars and those owners locked down during one event is pretty hard because they're all over the area,
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. It seems like it's sort of I'm not into that culture, I'm not in that culture at all, but it seems like all those people kind of have the meetups, where they'll meet up and they sort of travel in these packs. I've seen them, up at the Star Drive-In, before. And one time I was up at Ned's Point Lighthouse up in Mattapoisett, and a bunch of them pulled up there, and they had all their hoods up, and it seems like it's a whole like subculture, of
Yeah, it is.
everyone in the know. They know where to go and see them and stuff. So it's cool. They was brought right down to the city center, and for one night a year, and
they go. Cool. They're traveling as far as like Marshfield, and they're going out to the Cape. Different car shows. And I've seen them. I actually got some pictures of a lot of them, that I shared.
Yeah.
I actually got to make sure I save those pictures because, some of them I took back, at least 15 years ago. So I like to keep those pictures,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So I like the outside of the building. Wings Court is actually, the artistic, I say ambiance, it's just, I love it, especially, with me, and, I like my writing, and
yep.
I like to look at paintings and see what I can come out of it, come out of that. As I say, thinking and writing, it's, but I like the way they're doing it, and they're actually making it, maintaining it.
Yeah.
Some years they wasn't maintaining it as well as they have been. So.
Yeah, that's another. Sorry.
Go ahead.
That's another funny thing is, part of why I kept the list, and when you come here every day and you open the door and you work the shift and then you go home, day after day, year after year, you don't really kind of see the big picture sometimes in terms of what's happening. Mm-hmm. But I remember Wings Court before I moved here. When I was 2 doors down on the corner of Acushnet, the old Cheap John's, when you would go there, Wings Court was essentially like an alleyway.
Yeah.
It was just poured concrete. And there was, some of the concrete was broken up, and there was weeds everywhere. And it was just, I think the fact of like them being the city, putting an effort into making sort of these communal spaces downtown a little more conducive to like, people hanging out rather than just a cut through.
Yes.
I think Wings Court's been a little bit of a challenge in that. I know they've done some programming here and there, but it's aesthetically it's much nicer. You're right. I mean, in terms of the walls that face it and things like that, I think we're not quite there in some aspects of what it could be, but it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, sure is. I always I've heard, I've seen the artists out there. I've seen I've seen a group of people doing I think it was like a book club. They were sitting out there reading to each other, music, just about a block up from you going west is that open spot,
Yeah.
And I always said, wow, they could put a stage there, the size of the one that's at the Portuguese Feast.
Yeah.
Just put a stage in there, have some concerts, nice little block party every now and then. That would be nice. But then again, I looked across, I looked at the Star Style building, and I said, oh, those are apartments. I don't know if anybody wants to have some music blasting through their windows, and
yeah,
I forget that it's now, there's residents down there. There's actually people living downtown,
yes,
right above you,
right.
It's so, the noise level has to kind of be, courteous, so.
But you're right. I mean, that spot, I believe, I think you were talking right on Union Street where the Black Lives Matter mural is right now.
Yes.
In front of, yeah. That's been, I mean, geez, for as long as I can remember, that's been just a giant, half block wide hole in the middle of downtown. So it'd be nice to see something there. But I don't know. Every now and then I'll hear, whisperings or murmurs of this is going to happen there or that's going to happen there. But I don't really know. I'm sort of surrounded by some properties like that where, I don't really know what's happened with it. It's been that way for a decade, so, and it's right in downtown. So, I think some of the buildings have been falling into disrepair. Obviously some of them historic significance, definitely architecturally and whatnot. So, I think it's a fine line between, trying to keep a historic character and also having occupancy and adding things to, keep the local economy going. So, which is, I think, the challenge of all downtown, specifically here, whereas we're about the national park and things like that. So it's interesting, but and COVID obviously changed everything. I mean, it took a lot of the momentum and traction that was occurring, I think, and set it back a bit. So
yeah, so true. It affected it kidnapped the whole world. COVID, and we were all restricted, and definitely. I hope it's the first time we experience this and the last time. But
yeah.
Damon Nomana says, "Be nice to have." Let's see. It'd be nice to have a fire pit night with live music. They're in that space. So many cool things can be done. We all have to push for it.
Yeah.
It's
sorry. I know in Lee's Court currently on Thursday and Fridays. I don't know what's going on. I gotta go out there and get a little more of a. But they do have like a fire. They have fires going on there through I guess a grant.
mm-hmm.
But I'm not. I'm not quite sure the programming and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean that's right in Wayne's Court. But yeah, certainly, like Damon said, I mean, to have something a little more, I think anything up there would be better than what's going on. I mean, I like the mural. The mural's awesome, but
yeah,
maybe integrate that on the backdrop of whatever goes there or something, But
so true.
That's just a giant, hole essentially. So.
Damon says, is expansion in the plans if things ever get back to some normalcy, and if not, what's next on the bucket list for you, Devin?
It's tough. I mean, right now, I think I'm sort of in a little bit of a holding pattern. Like I said, I have back in 2016, we basically got a mortgage on the space that I'm in currently. So I'm paying that off, which is awesome. Not paying rent anymore, paying the mortgage. It's a condo, but just what you see, my storefront. The rest of the building's all split up with other condos too. But so I think we're just trying to pay that down. And obviously I have young kids. So that's, those are my big priorities, is just keep the business running as it is. I'm trying to, I'm risk averse right now. I think I don't want to bite off more than I can chew and
exactly.
Screw up everything I got going on. So I think right now it's a holding pattern. And in terms of bucket list, I mean, I'd like to do something else. I really would. But I also need to be smart, and I don't want to, I would never sacrifice, the hard work that I put in to get to this place where it is in order to do something else. So, I mean, and this place, I mean, there's always, when I talk to people about it, it's almost like a house, in terms of the actual things that physically are wrong with it, or, physically I would like to improve on it. It's endless. Yep. And in terms of the business itself, there's always things I want to do, but, there's a finite amount of time and energy and resources to do it. So I think just kind of plugging along right now and get through this. I think Damon brings up a good point. You always got to kind of keep looking towards the future, but I feel like a lot of people, I've been in real reaction mode for the last year.
Mm-hmm.
I especially early on. I mean, I think we got some semblance of normalcy, but I feel like anyone who had plans, 2020 basically just laughed in your face.
Yeah.
So I mean, so I think really just kind of getting through it right now. That's kind of still where I'm at mentally. Just going day in, day out and trying to keep the business, alive and well and providing good food and service.
Exactly. There's another comment from another gentleman to a gentleman. Lionel Walker says, Devin is one of the most genuinely caring people I've met out here. Glad he's on. And
Thank you.
That's a compliment. That dude is Lionel's another good dude. Is downtown making things work.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's doing
Yeah,
quite.
yeah. Him and his wife, they're both like super great people. You know, you just feel good like being around them. You know, they just give off good energy, and you know, they're trying to, like, not trying. They are doing, you know, really interesting things in the community, and like,
Yeah.
it's great. I consider, you know, I'm happy to have them in my life and consider them friends. You know, so
I'm surprised I don't have his T-shirt on. You know, I love that T-shirt, and I actually got to get some more merchandise from him. But
yeah,
one day I'm in a drive-through of McDonald's, me and my wife, and the kid that's taking my money, he sees the T-shirt, and he's all excited, and he's like, "I am still ill. Oh my God, that's my producer." He was getting all excited, and I said, "Wow." I said, "So that's impressive when a teenager kind of, you know, sees something that, you know, he recognizes, and he's giving praise to Lionel." So keep getting that merchandise out, Lionel. It works, man.
yeah. I have an order. I have an order right now, actually, with him for a bomber jacket. So
Oh yeah, all
yeah,
right.
yeah. So, you know, we gotta, you know, represent, and, you know, try to stay hip in my older age. You know, so.
Yeah,
And if the kids recognize it and they like it, so, you know, that's got to give you some props right there, right, Charlie? I mean, that kid
yeah, yeah.
in the drive-through thought you were the bomb. So it's
Yeah,
like,
that's right. Yeah. Uh, oh, Damon says, I have a bunch of salt and pepper shakers I like to donate to the shop, and hopefully people leave them after service.
yeah, right.
Uh,
I know. Yeah, I
uh,
think Damon was in here one day, and I was like, dude, I don't know what's going on. Like, I just replaced these salt and pepper shakers, and like it was 5 days ago or something, and there was like 3 of them missing again. But actually, with COVID right now, like that's considered like shared, you know, shared whatever. So I don't even think we have them on the table right now.
yeah,
You know, and that's, you know, that's kind of a drag of it. You know, it's a small thing, but it just kind of stinks. And I think I'm going to start, you know, we're all on the single use thing right now, right? So I
yeah.
mean, you try to be conscious, and, you know, I do a lot of takeout anyway. But, you know, we always would do plates and bowls and, you know, real silverware in the business. You know, he's like,
Mhm.
that's thought it was a little nicer,
Yeah,
not too fancy, you know, or anything like that. But and I feel like I've just been on this whole like disposable, you know, single use kick for the last year. Now I've now noticed more places getting away from that and going back to the old school way, but I don't know if like confidence is there yet. I
yeah,
think people are still, you know, a little freaked out by that. You know, it's hard. I feel like I'm, you know, I still am taking it very serious, and, you know, my dining room's still spaced out correctly, and all that. And I feel like I go to some places and it's almost like it hasn't happened,
yeah. It's
you know, and it's like the Wild West.
yeah. You're better off being safe than sorry. And
Yeah, that's what I feel. Yeah,
we lost some great people over this past year,
absolutely.
and you know, I like that hashtag that Damon put. Hashtag Operation Save the Shakers. uh, but
It's like in one, I don't even know what the movie is, but some, like, you know, you have a giant chain on the little salt and pepper shaker, you know, so no one, something like, you know, a cinder block next to the salt
yeah.
and pepper shaker, you know, like,
Or that big chain or a big piece of wood on a little key, like when you go to a gas station.
yeah, right,
I got to use the bathroom, so they give you the key, and it's got the key on a big piece of 2x4 or something.
right,
You
yeah,
know?
it's attached to a car tire or something, right?
Yeah, hubcap. The so I mean, I like everything that I ordered from your place. I loved it. You know, it comes out nice and warm and tasty. And you're generous with the portions, and I really like that. Um,
Thank you.
the Now the buffalo chicken salad. I seen that. Bless you. I seen that on your. That was popular. That's still, you know, people are just talking about that all over the. You know, go to Destination Soup, get buffalo chicken salad, and I'm like, I got to try that. I tried it, I got it a couple of times,
Yeah.
and it definitely worth the trip.
It's actually off the menu right now, Charlie.
That's what I was getting at. I seen it.
Yeah,
On
I know. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, when we never shut down. We were open the whole time.
Yeah.
We shut down for 1 week this past August. I had surgery, but it was un-COVID related or whatever. But I just thought everyone's been working so hard. It's been stressful. Let's give everyone a week in August. It's typically a little slow for us anyway.
Mhm.
But right in March and April, we got that through Coastal Food Shed. We were feeding seniors through the Harvard Pilgrim Initiative,
Okay.
where we were doing soup and they were delivering it to homebound seniors. I mean, we were getting paid and everything, but it was still a very cool program that was an extra revenue stream for us in the interim to get us through. But in the beginning, I just cut back the menu big time. I wasn't doing any salads. I wasn't doing any bread. Anything that was considered like more dangerous in terms of cross contamination,
Mhm.
I didn't want to mess with. I mean, we're careful anyway, but if you have a salad, obviously that's not cooked, right? So I just didn't want to, I just wanted to kind of cancel out all that risk right away. So I was doing soup and sandwiches only. And then we brought back the salads once it started getting warmer and things started getting a little more controlled. And the buffalo chicken salad was one of the, it was just an extra thing to prep. So I took it off the menu, and I have brought it back now a couple times as a special because of course, when it's off the menu, everyone calls for it, So whereas before it wasn't that popular, and now everyone wants it. So it's like I said, this whole year has been a learning curve, man. And I'm just happy to be kind of on the like I said, gotten through the last year, and it hasn't always been pretty, but I think most of the menu's back. I think that's really the only thing. And we're not doing bread with the soups, but I think we're going to start doing that soon because we give oyster crackers because again, they're individually wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone's been asking for the bread, so I gotta give the people what they want.
Yeah, I think especially in this area, it just brought up with bread's part of your meal, no matter what culture you are. It's just something that we are so used to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of what my initial idea for the business was. Let me give a fast, casual lunch that's going to be filling and that's going to be affordable. So, soup and a big hunk of bread, especially on like a fall day. I mean, that's awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're getting all set for dinner. You're in and out. I mean, you've been here a bunch. We try to really get the people in and out quickly because some of them are working up on the top of the store, and they're by the time they come down the stairs and everything, they've lost 15 minutes of the lunch break. So like someone I know, so.
So true.
So I got to make sure people get out of here, quickly. So we do it. We try our best. So.
Exactly. Good service. Anna says bread is everything.
I know.
Yep, it is. It is.
Yeah, it's delicious.
That's a future guest on a Really Charlie podcast, Anna. She's gonna come on, and can't wait to see. She's got a good spirit,
Awesome.
And she's about getting people to feel healthy, be healthy. So I can't wait for that.
That's great.
The John Clark's always telling me, "Hey, we got to go see Devin. We got to go down there. Come pick me up.
Yeah.
And so I got to bring him down there. He's always talking about you.
Awesome.
And so I have to bring him down there.
Yeah, we got 4 tables right now, and it's been good. It's been I think it's working for what it is, right now in terms of seating. So I'd love to see you guys down here. It'd be great.
Yeah, gonna definitely do that. Let's see. I just want to remind everybody, Destination Soups, 149 Union Street, New Bedford, Mass. Numbers on the bottom line, along with his website. He's also got a page on Facebook, Destination Soups. Please support this man as much as you can, as best you can, because he's downtown trying to give us a place to eat, a comfortable place to eat with real good food. So continue to support Devin Byrnes and Destination Soups.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let me see. There's a question for you. What is his favorite soup?
Oof.
Mine is oh my god, it's a combination like it's almost like a chili almost. Can't think of the name of it right now. But regardless, I'm a soup person. Poor kid, and that's what we ate when we were younger. Make
Yep.
a soup, and we can eat it for days. So any soup I can definitely eat and really enjoy it. Um, Believe it or not, I used to frown upon. My grandmother used to make this barley soup, and I just didn't like the look of it, and I didn't want to eat it. And to this day, it's one of my favorite soups. So every time I see it on anybody's menu, barley soup, I want it.
Yeah.
And the other one was French onion soup. I love that. And it's amazing how those old timers knew how to feed you and knew what you know. We got a nice Portuguese pop, with the food, and it was
Yep.
good.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's see. Reggie Victor saying, "I says I love meat anyway. Where is this place at?" Reggie, 149 Union Street,
Right
um,
downtown.
right downtown, right near Wings Court, right on Union and Acushnet Avenue.
Yep.
Actually, Reggie, just like Devin said earlier, it's just right across the street from the Cheap John's joke shop that we used to go as kids.
Yeah.
Just go one more block over, and there it is. Let's see. Nathan Victor, I need a soup that sticks to my ribs. What do you have to offer in that department?
Everything, Nathan. The soups are hearty. My wife actually will get on me because she'll say she likes more brothy soups. Why don't I make more brothy soups?
Yeah.
But I mean, again, the whole point is I'm trying to fill people up, and especially in those winter months, colder months. Even now, although it's been nice the last couple of days. So like today we had kale soup. We have chicken vegetable every day, which is more like a chicken stew. We're doing chowder tomorrow. I did veggie chili Monday through Wednesday. I do, all kinds of chowders, all kinds of, we do beef stew occasionally, lemon pepper chicken rice, chicken cheese tortellini. I've probably done seriously like over 120 soups over the years. So,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
It's a moth.
You're getting attacked.
Yeah.
This is the start of our sci-fi film.
Already. Oh my God. Man, where did that sucker come from? But
It's been nice out there. They're starting to come out, the bugs. So.
I got him though. I'm glad I didn't have a soup. He would have flew my soup.
I know, right? But also, Nathan, we also have 30 sandwiches, and we have salads too, and we have some really hearty sandwiches. So I mean, it's a mixed bag. You can check out the menu every day on the website. The lemon pepper chicken rice is a special, so we won't always get it. Scott, I see Scott there. He's a great customer. Scott's been coming in here for like I don't even know, probably since the beginning, 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
So
Scott's definitely a good dude. Definitely good dude. Let me see. Looks like we got somebody hungry here. Oh my God, I'm getting hungry and now I want soup. Well, Devin's closed right now, so.
Yeah, so the hours now have been Monday through Friday, 11 to 4, and that's again. We had to cut back the hours, and I don't know when that's changing because honestly, staffing has been a little bit of a problem. We lost some people, and right now I have a really good staff, but we're all kind of working the limit of what we can do. So I'm apprehensive to expand the hours back to what they were, but right now Monday through Friday, 11 to 4. Close on the weekends too.
that was my next question. I usually have the hours on display on the bottom, but I didn't do that.
I could just tape it to the screen here, Charlie, instead of my face. The hour.
You know what? There's not enough praise in that I can give you, my man. You're definitely a good person, and
Thanks.
you ever need me, don't hesitate. If you need your windows done at home, I'll send my wife over. She does a good job.
All right.
But you need some moving or anything, I'm not too far from you. I can just skip right over there, as you know. So,
yeah. We only live about like a mile away from each other.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. If I may, Charlie, let me just. And this is not even me tooting my horn. It's more of a reflection on the community that we're in. This is actually because we do a lot of stuff for the community. Some people have approached us over the time, especially through COVID, and I feel like that really brought out the best in people in terms of generosity. Some people brought out the worst, and some people brought out the best.
Yes.
But one of our customers is going to remain nameless by his own choice, by their own choice. I'll keep it even more mysterious. Be a guy or girl. But they gave me some seed money and were basically like, I want to start like, use this for something that they said, I know you do a lot for the community. Use this for what you think you could be used for. So I kind of had seen this in different places before, and someone had approached us about it years ago, but it's basically like a pay it forward kind of board. So this has gotten some traction recently. They started this around like January. So I'm going to take you over to it real quick. This is just
okay.
But this is again, this is just all the community. So this here is right next to the counter, and these are all prepaid soups and sandwiches. Wow. So how it works is if you come in, you can pay and buy a soup or a sandwich or whatever to help someone out in need. And we have a few people who come in, on the fairly regular and take from the board, and that's fine. And their foods, there's foods paid for. And a few times now, twice, the board's gotten. We don't want it to get too big, So when it gets to a certain point, we'll reach out and take some of that money. We'll take some of the credits essentially, and we'll donate to. In January, we donated to the overflow shelter, and then on St. Patrick's Day through Sister Rose House, we did beef stew. We did 4 gallons of beef stew for the guys there, and but again, this is. We're just the facilitator for this, but it's really heartwarming and great to see that people now come in and they'll buy into the board. This is all just through people's generosity. We're not hyping it. We just let people know that it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Once on the Facebook, but when people come in, we're not like, oh, you want to buy a soup for something. That's up to people. I don't know everyone's situation, but now enough people have kind of gotten to know about it, so they're paying into it and keeping it paying forward. So it's it's been a really cool thing, and it's just also a reflection on how cool the community is and how many people like actually care about one another. And those, we've all been affected adversely through this period of time, whether financially, emotionally, physically, obviously with loved ones. We've all suffered some sort of loss, I think, to an extent. And, I don't care who you are. This year's beat you up, Yeah. So it's just cool to, that's going to be something that can just brighten someone's day just a little bit, but it just goes a long way. So I think it's a really cool thing. And again, if you're out there and you're listening to this and you think you need a meal, and you're a little tight, you want to just go and sit in a restaurant and have a meal, then come on in. There's no questions asked. You pull it off the board and we give you the soup. That's it.
Awesome.
And if you're out there and you're feeling like you can give a little bit or you want to keep it going forward, then you come in and buy an extra soup, and that's the way it is. I'm not really policing it or anything. I'm just kind of like, it's been really, at first I was kind of stressed, like, how's this going to work? What am I going to do? How are we going to keep track of this? Blah, 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 blah. But, so far 3 months in, it's been easy. I mean, and it's such an easy thing to do, and it's been great. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Kind of it fits the community and it also fits your business. That gesture, that brainstorm, that's perfect. Picture perfect. I love it. It's a great idea. I'm definitely going to see you soon, and maybe this week.
Hey, why not?
Be by there. Yep. The let's see. Anna says, "Great to know you." Michael Consatio says, "Awesome." So it's a great idea already. People are already loving it. Well, Devin, you know where I'm at. We can definitely do. You need a hand. Let me know. You want to come on the podcast again, do another show? That's something we can do too. Doesn't have to be about your business. It could be about anything else. You can text me, send me a message, whatever. Say, "Hey, Charlie, I think this is a good idea for your podcast," and I'll definitely make sure I get it on.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, I always enjoy talking to you. It's always easy. It's always like it just flows.
Thank you.
Like that rain was flowing off our jackets that night back in 2017 or whatever that was.
I almost got frostbite again.
But yeah, I mean, it's a cool. I like what you're doing with the podcast, and it's been cool to learning more about people in the community, and yeah, I don't know, it's great. So thank you for having me.
Okay, and I'll leave you with this last question.
Sure.
On the Really Charlie podcast, we try to bring as many people as we can on, but who would you like to see on the Really Charlie podcast?
Oh man,
one, many. It doesn't matter. It could be one name, two names, three names. It doesn't matter. If you want to throw somebody out there, if you don't want to, that's good too.
No, and that's the thing, is there's too many people that come to mind. Bernadette Souza, she's been on yet or no?
I invited her to come on, and her schedule. She's just, she's flat out. So, but
she's great though. I mean, her energy is always great. I just saw her at the grocery store the other day. I was like, it's Bernadette. She's like, she's that would be a lively show. So that'd be cool.
I'm very, very proud of her. We grew up at the same time, went to school together, and as much as I liked her when we were kids, I even like her as an adult. She's a super adult and a great mom, great wife. And so I'm going to definitely get her on here. We had a little conflict in the scheduling, so she couldn't come on that time I tried to get her on, but I will get her on here.
Did you have Lonell in? Lonell Walker?
Not yet.
He's got to get on here. Or Samia, his wife. I mean, they're both, either one's a winner. That'd be great. Go ahead.
And the thing with them is when I'm trying to get them on, they're probably doing their own little podcast or production or something.
I know, right?
So we're gonna have to.
You guys could take turns. They could have you. You could have them.
Yeah, he's actually invited me to his studio to kind of host a podcast down there if I ever wanted to.
That's awesome.
We're definitely gonna connect.
Yeah.
He's doing too many special things, him and his wife. So I definitely got to get them on there.
Yeah.
All right, Devin. It's been a pleasure, and I really want to do this again. And please keep in touch.
Yeah, thank you so much, Charlie, and thank you everybody for the kind words. And I feel like it's a little more inspiration to kind of keep plugging along, and
All right.
It's a great community, so I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, so I'm glad you're here. Give Dad a high five for me.
I will.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Charlie.
All right, brother.
Bye,
thank you.
See you.
Yep. That was Devin Byrnes, owner of Destination Soup, 149 Union Street, New Bedford, Mass. Telephone number 508-991-7687. Website www.destinationsoups.com. The man is a good dude. Gentleman of downtown. I love the dude since day one. He's done many, many things. So if you have some extra change and you want a great, great meal, go down to Destination Soups. The menu is you got a good menu, and you're not gonna regret it. You'll definitely come back after that first meal. So support local, support Destination Soups. Well, as I always say, mask those beautiful faces, hand sanitize and wash your hands. Stay safe, everyone. We got to stay safe. Have another guest coming up on Friday, Lee Charlton, NAACP, also, you know, teacher, engineer rather at Greater New Bedford Vocational High School for years. Definitely a community icon. He will be on Friday. He'll be on the air. Please don't miss it. Don't miss it. Got great, great stories, and so. And oh, by the way, thanks for all the support. Really do. Thanks for all the support. I really, really appreciate it. Um, and I love you guys. And I love the hat too. And actually, look in the hat. It says, "I love New Bedford." Also, that's a pin by New Bedford Strong. You can see it, um, by Lisa and Ian White. They created that. It's definitely a great pin. And I put my favorite pin on my favorite hat. All right, y'all. Have a good night, and I'll see you on Friday and Saturday. Take care.